Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. I don't see any of these questions ahead of time. I read them aloud as I'm receiving them right here in front of you. So I don't know what's to come, but I always love the questions. We are really proud at this show because we are now officially part of the Salem team. Thank you, Salem, for allowing us to join you. I'm excited for the questions today. Before we start, I want to tell you a little bit about one of our sponsors, AMAC. America deserves better, a fighting chance to become the great country she once was. When I think of people like my own parents, honest, hardworking, down-to-earth American citizens, I think of organizations like AMAC. The Association of Mature American Citizens is America's leading conservative senior advocacy and benefits organization. This is your non-woke alternative to the AARP with 2 million members strong. Americans are recognizing that where they spend their dollar matters. Giving your hard-earned money to AARP further funds the decline of American values and promotes agendas that we, the people, do not support. AMAC listens to their members and voices their concerns in Washington. They're here to offer you guidance, support, and address the issues that matter most in our communities. Join AMAC today and get exclusive benefits that can save you money. You've built this nation, weathered challenging times, and witnessed moments of greatness. And now you're watching it all fall apart. It's time to take a stand and join the fight. Visit amac.us/Lara. That's amac.us/LARA. Take action, join AMAC, and save the nation. Now let's get to those questions. Here we go. Question number 1. What motivates you every day? This is there are a lot of reasons that I'm motivated. And I feel like not every day is the most motivating of days for me. I wake up like everybody else sometimes and I'm like, I don't know if I feel like getting up and getting my kids ready for school or going to the gym or going out to fight for this country. But honestly, you just got to put one foot in front of the other sometimes. I'm motivated oftentimes by my own kids and by really looking at them and thinking about the future of this country. I'm trying to be a great example for them. And apparently it's working out. So my kids see me working out all the time. Speaking of, sometimes on my bike, sometimes on a run, sometimes in a triathlon, at CrossFit, whatever. And sometimes they see me riding a Peloton bike. My son has been asking and actually doing his own Peloton rides at night before bed after these kids have their bath and shower. My son wants to get on a Peloton. He woke up the other morning at 5:30 in the morning and asked if he could do a Peloton ride. I'm not even joking. So apparently what I'm doing is rubbing off, which is why we should, as parents, of course, always remember that our kids are always watching everything we do, the good things and the bad things. But in addition to just day-to-day stuff, I think about this country. And I honestly think about what kind of future I'm going to leave to my kids and to their kids and generations beyond. And the truth is, we don't get to just keep things the way they are by laying back and relaxing. We don't get to earn our country back and become the great country again that we once were by just hanging out, taking time to just watch TV, read a book. We don't have time for that. We got to fight. We got to win this country back. We've got an election to win. So that often motivates me. And I'll be honest, sometimes other people motivate me just like everybody else. Sometimes I'm scrolling through, Instagram Reels or something. And I'm like, okay, these are people out there doing it. Whatever it is you like to do, whatever it is that you're into, if you're out there and you just don't even care and you're just doing you, that motivates me too. I love it. I love to see people enjoying life, doing what makes them happy. And until I've got other things to motivate me, those are the ones right now. Saving this country, taking it back for our kids, and I guess doing the Peloton so that my kids can copy me. It's kind of amazing. Sort of loving it. Okay. Next question. Can President Trump have a rally in Hawaii? Well, first of all, I would love this. It's been a minute since I've been to Hawaii. We have a Trump property that, 10 years, maybe longer now, has been in Hawaii. My husband promised me many a time that, and I'm looking at you, Eric Trump, that we go out and visit the Trump Hotel in Hawaii. And I don't know what happened. My brother went out there with his wife. I think my parents even may have gone there. Sent a whole host of people out. They've all been like, oh, it's amazing. I've not yet been. I went to Hawaii the last time, honestly, I think when I was like 11 years old. So I'm due for a trip to Hawaii, and a Trump rally in Hawaii would be a great excuse for me to go. You like how I'm making this all about me and nothing else? But let's face it, you folks out in Hawaii, I mean, we got to get you something out there. Y'all are kind of out there removed. I know you're way out. We love you. You're still part of this country. And you know what? I'm going to put in a good word for you with Donald J. Trump. So let's see what we can do. No promises today, but I will mention it and I will suggest it because I think that'd be kind of amazing. To get Donald Trump back out to Hawaii. And I don't know if maybe I wanted to tag along. Wouldn't be so shabby. So let's see what we can do there. Okay. Next question. What do you like to do in your downtime while at home? I feel like, does this happen to everybody? I'm always like, all right, I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to relax. If I have any downtime, honestly, I love to play the piano. And what often happens to me is that I'll see the piano all the way on the other side of the room. And as I'm walking toward it, no joke, I'll think of like 10 different things that I forgot to do, that I need to do. And it's stuff like, oh, I got to put the dry cleaning out before X time on Tuesday morning. Otherwise, we're not getting anything done. Oh, I've got to make sure that, oh, look, the dog's water bowl needs to be refilled. Whatever it is, it's a whole host of different things. Forgot to email somebody back, got something to pack for, whatever it is. I think of all these things as I'm like en route to the piano. So sometimes I never make it over there. Oftentimes, I feel like I never make it over there. But yeah, if I get any downtime, nothing is more fun to me than sitting down at the piano. And I love when my kids are there because they come and sit beside me. Although my son is now asking me to teach him how to play the piano. And I really don't even know where to start with that. So I think I'm going to have to get these kids some piano lessons. But nothing's cooler to me than sitting down with my kids on either side. And they're like, hey, Mom, play this. And I can just play it. Love it. It's so much fun and such a cool thing to do. Other than that, I mean, if I get a little downtime, I'm probably like organizing something. I know that's really sick, but it really brings me like a lot of joy to be organized and put things away and move things around, make things look aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I know it's really sick. But those are generally the things that bring me great joy. So I enjoy doing that. And like if it's at night, truth be told, Eric was out of town Saturday night. One of my kids wasn't feeling so great. So canceled my plans and I stayed in, and honestly, give me a pair of sweatpants and let me just like sit down and watch something totally mindless for like an hour. Great. I never get to do that. I feel like I'm always thinking of the next thing to do. So I did that Saturday night and it was great. It was quite a treat for me. So thank you for asking. I appreciate that. All right, don't go anywhere. We have more questions and more answers on the other side of this break. All right, I hate to interrupt the show, but if you know anything about me, you know that I take my health very seriously. With each year that passes, the goal of staying in my healthiest and best shape takes on more and more importance in my life. Feeling good is something that I don't take for granted. It's become an essential goal for me every single day. And that means that there are specific things that I need to do to make sure that I'm feeling my absolute best. One of those things is always remembering to take Balance of Nature supplements. It's hard to know what to choose out there, though. With so many different products, it's hard to know that you've actually made the right choice. But with Balance of Nature, I know that everything I take is made from whole food ingredients, just the way it should be. So if getting more serious about your health is something you've been wanting to commit to, I highly recommend you check out Balance of Nature. You can order them directly at www.balanceofnature.com and make sure you use promo code LARA, that's LARA, to get 35% off your order. Okay, coming back at you with the questions. Here we go. Next question. Have you ever had a cavity? Yeah, Yes, I've had a cavity. And actually, one of the things that happened to me when I was pregnant with my daughter, apparently unbeknownst to me, these babies like suck all the calcium out of your bones and teeth sometimes. And I had a situation where I don't even remember what I bit into, but I was on an airplane. I'll never forget that. I was on an airplane flying back to New York from somewhere. And I bit into something and I was like, oh no, what is this? My filling came out of my tooth and I had like a hole in my tooth. And as soon as I landed, it was probably 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. I immediately called my dentist's office and they were like, oh yeah, this happens to pregnant ladies all the time. Ladies, another joy of being pregnant. As though it's not so much fun for us already. What a great time. Yeah, and so that happened to me. They popped it right back in, no problem, but kind of horrifying. And I was terrified that like, I don't know what goes on in there. Everything exposed, nerves exposed perhaps, but hole in my tooth for a while. Shout out to Carolina over that one. Yeah, I've gotten a cavity before. And I mean, I know this will be shocking. I also eat sweets. Now I brush my teeth before I go to bed. I floss them very well. I do all the things. Sometimes you can't prevent it. So, even the best of us fall sometimes. Yes, I've had a cavity. Next question. If you ever became president, would you get rid of the twice-a-year time change? Absolutely. Can I tell you why? Because this is straight up torture for every parent out there. The rest of the world, by the way, there is science behind this. You know that the day when we actually gain the hour back in the fall, you see a decrease in things like traffic accidents, visits to the emergency room, all those sorts of things decrease. Why? Because sleep is important and people need more sleep. On the opposite end of things, when you get around to spring and we spring forward and lose that hour of sleep, all those things go up. Traffic incidents go up. People are visiting the emergency rooms for heart attacks and strokes and all kinds of injuries that are probably preventable, but because they were due to a lack of sleep, not paying attention or something, they injured themselves. Yeah. And you know what? I would do it just for the parents out there. You know, we got a lot to do for these kids. We got to rein in our educational system. We got to get back on top because God knows these kids are behind as it is. We're falling behind with the rest of the civilized world in terms of our education. But on top of that, it is torture for parents to try and deal with these kids, especially the one in the spring. Try waking your kids up an hour earlier. It is misery. You got to start like a week out. I gotta really phase them into this thing. And then on the other end of it, yeah, it feels great to stay up later, but then they're still waking up early. It's a no for me. So yeah, you know what? Maybe that's the whole platform I'm going to run on. We're going to do away with daylight savings time. Enough is enough. I get why we did it at the turn of the 20th century because people were walking to and from factories. I understand that. We're beyond that now. We have lights on our cars. We have street lamps. We have a whole host of different reasons. We don't need it anymore. I digress. Okay. Final question. Do you love cats as much as dogs? I can think of like 5 people who possibly sent this question in. No, I'll be real honest with you. I'm an animal lover. Let me just say that blanket statement. Love all the animals. Really do. I mean, I'll go out on a bike ride or a run or something. And I tell you what, I see like a squirrel or something run over. I honestly am like, oh God, it like really hits me. And it's very upsetting. I'm a dog person. I really am. That's not to say I can't love a cat. I had a cat for 2-3 weeks when I was a kid. My mom asked for us to get rid of it though. I think this was a cat that my dad kind of found as a stray, was utilizing our indoor plants for the bathroom. Didn't really pan out for my mom. She wasn't feeling it, wasn't vibing. So that cat left. We got birds. Birds ended up leaving so that we could get a dog. But I'm a dog person. I mean, y'all know I got 3 of them and I would have 3 more. I would have 6. No problem. No questions asked. Love it. The more dogs, the better. A cat I'll have to get back to you on because I have yet to convince Eric Trump, although both of my kids would love a cat, that we should get a cat. Now, one of our good friends, Lynn, does have a cat, and my kids, whenever this cat comes over, once they want to keep it at the house as long as possible. They want this cat to sleep over. One of my dogs, I'll be honest, not really sure what would happen if I just let the cat go and let the dogs go. Could be a dangerous situation. So if we do end up with a cat, I'm going to need one of those, like, what are they? The Maine something cats, the big things. Cause I got to tell you, Ben is going to tear this cat apart unless it can fight back. But yeah, dog person. I still love all you cat people. It's all good. I've got a lot of cat only friends and I'm down with that. But I don't know. There's something about a dog, something about an animal that doesn't just inherently feel like it hates me like most of the cats feel like they do. You got to earn with the cats. The dogs just love you as it is. And I'm down for that. So I don't know. That's it. I love dogs. All right. That's going to do it for us here. Lara Trump, wanted for questioning. Love these questions today. These were great. We'll have more back for you next week. So make sure you send us your questions under this episode. You can go to any of our social media, of course, and send your questions in. And we will see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump, wanted for questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it. At The Right View, we're very proud of the fact that we are independent. We get to say everything that we think and everything that we feel. We have no woke companies guiding us or telling us what we can and cannot say. We are always going to shoot you straight and give you the facts as we know them. And that's why it's important to support independent outlets like The Right View. My name is Lara Trump, and I think Mike Lindell is a patriot. He is someone who loves this country, is willing to fight for this country. I love MyPillow because not only are MyPillows made in the USA by American workers, but they're great products, and they're so great that not only do I use them in my own bed at night, my children actually requested. My daughter the other day went to the closet and pulled out a MyPillow and said, "This is the pillow that I want to sleep with." And I gotta tell you, she loves it and will have nothing to do with any other pillow. So it's a big hit around our house. My dogs also happen to sleep on MyPillow dog beds. So all around the Trump household, we're big fans. If you go to mypillow.com today and use promo code Trump, again, promo code Trump, you will not only save money, but you will help us continue this show and other shows like it and help us continue the fight for the future of America.